10 interesting facts about the world you probably didn't know. Crazy things happen all the time on Earth. Even though we may appear to be regular, we are the strangest species ever to occupy our planet. Even though we have spent thousands of years studying ourselves and the environment, humans continue to be a mystery. Of all, it's not as if we haven't made any progress or discovered a ton of fascinating information about our planet. There are simply too many things to go into and investigate. Do you realize that, for instance, prior to a storm there is calm? Or that there is a region on Earth where it has never rained? Alternatively, did you know that once the hydrogen supply runs out, the sun will gradually disintegrate under the weight of gravity? Yes, there is a lot going on in the world, and at Fact World, we have an odd preoccupation with finding out about crazy coincidences and random happenings that occur in this awesome world. The remarkable information we've gathered on this list will captivate you. Watch through now to give your mind a long-lasting tickling. Without wasting time, let's plunge right into our countdown, but before we do that, don't forget to hit the like button below as well as subscribe to our channel and ring that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. Starting off with number 10. Ice Age on Earth. Ice ages, or extremely severe climatic shifts, occurred on Earth between 600 and 800 million years ago. The snowball Earth idea postulates that Earth experienced many periods of near-complete freezing because of the extreme cold. There may have been 4 of these cycles of alternating freezing and thawing brought on by decreases in greenhouse gases like methane and carbon dioxide, during which the whole planet was covered in glacial ice. The planet would have had an average temperature of roughly -50 degrees Celsius, that's -74 degrees Fahrenheit, with the equator similar to Antarctica today because the majority of the sun's energy would have been deflected back into space by ice. Only minuscule and primitive species existed back then, so if Snowball Earth did exist, a topic that is widely debated, luckily humans weren't there to experience the chill. Number 9. Prior to a storm, there is calm. The calm before the storm does in fact happen in the correct circumstances. It is not merely an urban legend. A low-pressure region is left in the wake of a storm as it sucks warm, wet air, its fuel, from the surrounding environment. Strong drafts compel part of the air to rise as it is swept up into the storm cloud. The tallest storm clouds, which may reach heights of up to 16 kilometers, 10 miles, are removed from their hot air by these updrafts, which then force it out over their edges. The air then falls, becoming warmer, drier, and more stable as a result. People in that area notice the quiet before the storm as it blankets the area below and stabilizes the air there. Number 8. Earth has companions besides the Moon. Although they are not exactly moons, 2 more entities that orbit close to Earth are occasionally referred to be moons. Asteroid 3753 Cruthen, discovered in 1986, really revolves around the Sun. Cruthen appears to be following Earth because it orbits the Sun in the same length of time that Earth does. When seen from Earth, its orbit looks to be shaped like a bean. Asteroid 2002 AA29 likewise revolves around the Sun in a year, but it takes a stranger horseshoe-shaped route that brings it within 5.9 million miles, 3.7 million kilometers, of Earth every 95 years. Scientists have recommended taking samples from AA29 and transporting them back to Earth because of how close it is to us. Number 7. Sea levels used to be quite different in the past. The most recent ice advance on Earth started some 70,000 years ago, terminated 11,500 years ago, and reached its maximum extent 18,000 years ago. The Great Lakes basins were carved out by glaciers and ice sheets at this epoch, and rivers were blocked and diverted, changing the Mississippi and other American rivers' routes. The amount of water that was trapped as ice caused sea levels to plummet by as much as 120 meters, 390 feet, revealing portions of what is now the ocean bottom. Additionally, the sea level of Earth has fluctuated by up to 70 meters, 230 feet, in the past. The sea was really 5 to 7 meters, 16 to 23 feet, higher than it is now during the most recent interglacial epoch. Number 6. Our sun eats everything in its path. Like our sun, all stars deteriorate and pass away in time. The sun will eventually collapse under the force of gravity when it runs out of hydrogen, expanding into a red giant that is 100 times bigger and 2,000 times more brilliant and vaporizing Earth in the process. It won't happen for around 5 billion years, so don't worry. One possibility is to evacuate the planet before this occurs, but doing so would need futuristic technology and a place that can support life. The other possibility is that a passing star might alter Earth's orbit over the next several billion years and force it away from the sun. 1 in 100,000, according to scientists, is a greater chance than winning the lottery. Sadly, if there were no sun, our ancestors would certainly perish from hypothermia. Number 5. The gravitational pull of Earth varies. Earth's gravitational field would be uniform if it were a perfect spherical. However, in reality, the surface of the globe is uneven, and factors like as water flow, ice drift, and the movement of tectonic plates beneath the crust of the Earth all affect the pull of gravity. Gravity anomalies are the name given to these differences. A positive gravity anomaly is created by mountain ranges, such as the Himalayas, where gravity is greater than it would be on a featureless, perfectly smooth globe. Negative gravity anomalies, on the other hand, result from the presence of ocean trenches or dips in the land brought on by glaciers thousands of years ago. The Earth's gravitational field is being mapped in unprecedented detail by NASA's GRACE project, which is circling above us. Number 4. There have not always been several continents. The interaction between the continents of Earth has been on and off for millions of years. A massive supercontinent known as Rodinia, which was centered on what is now North America, was formed around 800 million years ago when the major tectonic plates that support Earth's land masses collided. The Appalachian Mountains in North America and the Ural Mountains in Russia and Kazakhstan were formed, when Rodinia eventually split up into several fragments that recollided 250 to 500 million years ago. The continents merged once more some 250 million years ago to create Pangaea, another supercontinent encircled by a single, global ocean. After 50 million years, Pangaea started to disintegrate. It was divided into two massive landmasses known as Gondwanaland and Laurasia, which eventually broke up into the continents we see today. Number 3. The Earth's driest region. Contrary to popular belief, the Pacific Ocean lies right close to the Atacama Desert in northern Chile, which is home to the world's driest region. It only rains 0.8 millimeters on average each year in Arica, Chile, 0.03 inches. Before a surprise storm hit in 1972, it's said that Calima, at the foot of the Atacama Desert, went 400 years without rain. In contrast to other deserts, the Atacama is relatively chilly and lacks even cyanobacteria in its driest regions, which are green photosynthetic microorganisms that dwell in rocks or under stones. In order to better understand how life can survive on other planets, NASA astrobiologists traveled to the Atacama to search for microbes that can endure such harsh conditions. Number 2. Although it is not completely spherical, Earth is also not flat. Earth has never been quite spherical. Because the globe revolves on its axis, it bulges around the equator by an additional 0.3%. From the north to the South Pole, the diameter of the Earth is 12,714 kilometers, 7,900 miles, whereas, through the equator, it is 12,756 kilometers, 7,926 miles. About 1/300th of the circumference of the Earth is represented by the distance, or 42.78 kilometers, 26.58 miles. As a result, the planet looks round to the human eye in images of Earth taken from space, since this change is too small to be visible. The Earth's waistline may be expanding, according to a recent study from NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory. And finally, number 1. Day length is increasing. The Earth's day is getting longer. Earth's day would have lasted around 6 hours when it was founded 4.6 billion years ago. This was 21.9 hours by 620 million years ago. Currently, there are 24 hours in a day. However, this number is growing by 1.7 milliseconds per century. Why is that? Through the tides it helps to produce, the moon slows down Earth's rotation. The Earth's spin causes its tidal ocean bulges to move slightly in front of the Moon-Earth axis, which generates a twisting force that slows the rotation of the Earth. As a consequence, though our day is becoming longer, it still won't have much of an impact on your hectic schedules. Those are the 10 interesting facts about the world that you probably didn't know. Please don't forget to hit the like button below, as well as subscribe to our channel and ring that notification bell, so that you keep in touch with us and you don't miss out on any of our great videos.